What is up guys, and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another one of our tests that I like to do in Red Dead Online. If you missed the previous test that I did, I'll leave that in the description down below. In that test we went from one side of the map all the way to the other, from Tumbleweed all the way to Saint Denis, only hunting animals to go and see how much money, how much XP that we can get from that travel, and how long it would take if I saw an animal, got distracted from my track, went to go and kill that animal, and then carried on following that track. It was actually a pretty decent video, so I'll leave that in the description down below. But for today we are testing of how much money, how much XP, and how much gold we can get if we did 1 straight hours of stranger missions without stopping. If we carried on going from one stranger mission to another and did the stranger mission as quickly as we can. Now with this test, I thought it was a good idea to be located around the Rhodes area. If you didn't know, Rhodes is probably one of the best places to go with stranger missions, just because there's so many dotted around, and also you have Saint Denis round the corner where you can go and get another 2 or 3 stranger missions, so that is pretty decent. If I then went to a different location, say Annesburg, I think there's only 1. If I went to Valentine, I think there's only a couple dotted around, and then my best bet would be to travel down to Rhodes. So I wanted to avoid that whole travel in between from Valentine all the way to Rhodes, because that will be cutting in my time. I thought with Rhodes there's stranger missions, and it will take about a minute or 2 to go from one stranger mission to another. And if you didn't know, as soon as you complete a stranger mission, it is then blanked out for a limited amount of time, which means you cannot go back to that stranger mission. So I was gonna be dependent on other stranger missions around me so that I can keep going in between each one, and then eventually, as soon as I've completed every stranger mission within Rhodes and Saint Denis, I can then loop that back around and go back to the first stranger mission I started on and carry on going through if I needed to, if I was going through stranger missions very quick. So I decided to go and do this in Rhodes. With the 1 hour time limit that I set myself to go and do these stranger missions, I managed to do 8 stranger missions, which I think is pretty decent. 3 of them were honorable and 5 of them were dishonorable. In that time I failed none of them. I passed all 8 missions, which is pretty good because I wanted to go and do a test of how much gold, how much money, and how much XP I can get. And in those 8 missions I managed to go and get 1 gold bar and 10 gold nuggets. I managed to go and make myself $73.77, and with the XP I managed to go and get myself 1,463 XP. Now with all this, with me counting up that is the minimum amount. That is not including awards that I managed to go and complete whilst doing these stranger missions, and I did manage to go and complete myself a couple awards. The first one that I completed was doing 4 stranger missions within a day of Red Dead Online. Did that very quickly indeed, and I never thought I would go and complete that stranger mission because it was just something I wasn't too interested in. But with all this, those are the minimum amounts. XP that would go up with awards and also kills that I got on missions. Every single mission that you do, you pretty much have to kill someone at some point, so that's not including the XP that I get, which is 5 XP per kill, and on top of that you get more XP for headshots, you get more XP if you're using a different type of ammo, and on top of that you get even more XP if you are on horseback. So there's a lot of different variables, but what I've got through this and doing an hour of stranger missions, I've got the bare minimum of what you would get if you was to go and do stranger missions, and that is pretty decent. Another interesting fact, which links to a previous video I did where I was trying to tell you which missions to go and do to go and make the most money, there was 3 missions that I did that gave the exact same rewards, and it was the highest rewards I got from out of every stranger mission. So the stranger missions that gave me those awards were the 2 black belt missions that I managed to do and the Aberdeen pig farmers. Now the reason I did 2 black belt was because I was talking about that route earlier. Black belt was the first mission I started at, and I managed to go and do this massive loop, and then I managed to go and do a final black belt mission at the end. And the interesting thing for me, out of those 3 missions, which is the 2 black belt and 1 Aberdeen pig farmers mission, they gave me the exact same rewards every time. So for every mission that I did, which was the black belt or Aberdeen pig farmers, I managed to go and get myself 20 gold nuggets, I managed to go and get myself $13.48, and I also managed to go and get myself 260 XP. And if we're just looking at missions alone, it was always these missions that gave me the highest amount of XP, the highest amount of gold, and the highest amount of money. Every other mission that I did was giving me $8 or less, except black belt and the Aberdeen pig farmers. So that is just me highlighting again a previous video that you want to go and do the newest stranger missions in Red Dead Online to go and make yourself the most money. But anyway guys, that is just a quick test that I did on Red Dead Online to see how much money, how much XP, and how much gold you can get in exactly 1 hour of doing stranger missions. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.